Another year, another slew of games completed. Just as I could see the tail end of my backlog, 2023 comes in with another horde of games. But that's not what this video is about. This video, I like to look back on what I played, my favorites and my least favorites, and of course your favorite, talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly comments. So my favorite game this year is Live Alive. It was so fun and I was so impressed at this labor of pure love. For a game that was originally made in 1994, this game came out swinging. Easily the best game of 2022. However, it doesn't mean that's my favorite game I've played this year. That belongs to Shin Megami Tensei 4. That game was so good. It has a slow start, but once the ball starts rolling, it's over. Now, my least favorite game that I've played this year should come as no surprise. Final Fantasy 12. I think it's ugly to look at. I think everything's boring. I've never played a game and then instantly forgot whatever the fuck I just played. Like, I just, in one ear out the other. Now, my favorite character I've met this year is from a game I didn't review, but I played for fun. I know, playing something for fun, crazy. This character is in a league of their own. At first I liked them, then I was iffy, kind of didn't like them, and then toward endgame, I loved them. They deserve a bronze statue. They deserve to be praised and loved. And that character is Nagito from Danganronpa 2. He is a magnificent character, even if you don't realize it yet. Now you're probably wondering, Pelvic, who's your least favorite character this year? Honestly, take the whole cast of Final Fantasy 12, throw them away. Everyone except Larsa, actually. Everyone except Larsa. Okay, and now for the fun part, the comments, which I'll be using my laptop. Heads up, I'm gonna mess up most names. On my Skyward Sword video, X7. I don't get it, why is Pelvic's lipstick so fucking good every video? Oh, thank you, I appreciate it. Believe it or not, I'm not a makeup guru, I just like crazy lipstick colors. Broad Spear King. Live Alive is definitely game of the year for me. I'm so glad you enjoyed this game and I hope more people become aware of it. I agree, games like this will never win game of the year, but it won in our hearts. Ricochet Force. Man, if I told myself 10 years ago we'd be getting amazing versions of long-lost Japan-only gems, I would have burst out laughing at how absurd it sounds. Fucking Live Alive not only came back, it came back with a fantastic remaster/remake effort. It came out of nowhere. I agree, this is wild times we're living in, and I really hope that this is a sign that the Western world really does want these Japanese-only gems. We want them. We need them. Give us. Acidus? Woman, you stay reviewing games I already bought but never played. Play your games! Play them. Stop buying new ones. You only buy games if you're playing it day one. Otherwise, you're just paying for day one tax, which is stupid. Xenoblade 3. Here we go. User JX3 person. Wow, such a horribly paced and superficial review of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Just like the game itself. You didn't talk about the most enjoyable point of the game. Blank ending, or the horrendous blank where the game takes a nosedive and turns into the most cliche and basic JRPG story in recent memory. It boggles my mind how you guys like this hot pile of garbage more than Xenoblade Chronicles 2. They've mentioned specific chapters which I blurred out because I want you guys, for those who haven't played, to go in blind and experience it as it's meant to be experienced. So this person took my review personal, clearly. Get over it, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 sucks. No, but I hate when people say, oh, but this chapter was the best. Like, stop doing that because it gives people an expectation. And when it doesn't meet that expectation, then they're disappointed. It's like, oh, this chapter wasn't all that great. Chapter X was so good because it just happened, you know? It just happened, it rolled out, I expected nothing, and got everything. Whatever, dude, stay bitter that people like Xenoblade Chronicles 3 over Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Maybe if Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was better, then more people would like it. What can I say? Red Guy wins 4802. So Xenoblade is still your favorite? My girl, this is why you're still best girl. Part 1 is still the best all-around game. Great video as always, PG. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so these next comments I found really funny. You'll see why in a second. T-Money2388. You gave the best and most detailed explanation about the combat out of every review video I've seen for this game. Thank you. Why are so many content creators so clueless? Shake my head. Mega Manzor. Wow, this review is actually great. I looked at 2 or 3, but they were all just fanboys talking about how the game was the best thing ever. This video is so much more realistic. Zarther. This review feels a little bare bones compared to your usual fare. While I don't agree with putting other content creators down to lift another one up, these comments were really amusing. On one hand, we get people saying my review is very detailed, well explained, grounded, and on the other, I have someone telling me it was kind of rushed. Obviously, I'm biased, but I thought this video was great. I really zoomed in on certain icons, I brought up animations. I was like a hop, skip, and a jump away from sounding like a tutorial, I thought. So to hear that my review was bare bones kind of shook me a little. SMT4, my best video this year. Bowsakaraga. Best route slander aside, great review. I remember years ago seeing you hesitant to try the series, and now to see you so passionate about it is great to see. Very curious how you like Apocalypse, since before 5 came along, it was the most divisive game in the mainline series. It is kind of amusing how many times I'm like, I'll never play this game. I end up playing this game. I could already hear the trails of people. I think this stems from me getting bored of certain series, like just knowing the formula, like Tales of, Who's the Traitor, or Dragon Quest in the episodic moments, or Xenoblade, expect large lands. So I wanted to shake things up, and I'm glad I did. 13 Sentinels. Mr. Heck 5215. Gross. Put some effort into your appearance. This is insulting to the eye and stomach. 1, I'm a confident woman. Your comments have no power here. I know I'm attractive. I feel attractive. I'm winning. Even in my most muted looks, no makeup, I'm comfortable in the skin I'm in. Now with that out of the way, I would love to see your picture. Final Fantasy XII. John Snake 3467. God, I love your sass. Don't ever change. On topic, I totally get your take on this game, and the points you make are all very good. But for me, love everything about this game, except for Vaughn. The colors, the voice acting, the dialogue, the setting, the character and level styling, license board, gambits, weapons, they all work for me. This comment is an example of this channel's greatest strength. I could dislike a game, I could be a little sassy with it, without insulting the people who do enjoy the game. And you guys, banter with me, you guys respectfully disagree. I love my comments section. I love my supporter base. You guys are great. Top 5 JRPG towns. Asp Atheist 6040. Will you please just admit you like Breath of Fire 2? It's okay. I like it too. You say you don't like it, but it always makes lists like these. Okay, why can't I dislike a game, but also acknowledge that the game has some strengths? Is that such a fucking problem? I could dislike a game overall and pick out the small things I like about it. This isn't complicated. Breath of Fire 2, best Nina. I love the idea of township. How you unlock Jean is hilarious. Breath of Fire 2 has good things about it, and I just like those good things. 2 things can be true at once. I don't like Breath of Fire 2, but I like these instances of Breath of Fire 2. Got it? Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Rico Ricardio, 6830. Pelvic is a Nintendo stan. She never shows love to other consoles or games not from Nintendo. I thought Pelvic would love Elden Ring. Yes, I play most of my games on Switch. Why? Because it's portable. I can lay in my bed and I can play the goddamn game. I have nothing against PlayStation. Maybe something against Xbox, but not against PlayStation. And for the record, Ni no Kuni and Final Fantasy XII were on PlayStation, and Ni no Kuni 2 is in the chamber for PlayStation. SMT4A. Alphabet 8233. I hate all these new SMT fans. I miss when SMT was not known by many, but still was a cult classic. Yeah, I also hate when people discover a series I like and then they give that series money, signaling to the company that that community wants more of that game, and then they make more of that game. It's the worst. Ugh. Bayonetta 3. Tadio Taker 2. That's bullshit. It's the best Bayonetta. I respond. A comment 3 minutes in, saw the thumbnail, reacted, engagement acquired. This was the first comment, and it made me so happy because it kind of showed me that clickbait thumbnails really do work. Christopher Thompson 5850. Everyone complaining about Bayonetta 3 are probably the same ones that were mad when 2 was a Nintendo exclusive, and it shows. I love when people paint with that broad brush, but no, I actually never heard of Bayonetta until Nintendo decided to make Bayonetta 2 and bring back Bayonetta 1. Didn't even know it was on PlayStation 3 and I believe Xbox 360, so no, not mad about it. To me, it's always been a Nintendo exclusive. Okay, brace yourselves, here we go. I'm a Rock 7662. Bayo 2 Supremacy? You're joking, right? The combat in that game is an absolute joke compared to 3 and 1. Casuals will stay kissing Bayo 2's feet, lol. Bayo 3 is easily the best, just from the combat alone. And then I responded, people who have different opinions than me, equal casual, okay. He responds, you can have a different opinion, but if you're gonna actually try and argue objectively, and by the way, that comment's super long, I just cut it. Casual isn't a bad thing, it just means you don't do something very often, which to some extent is true. I didn't play Bayonetta 3 like 5 times or anything, I didn't go for all the achievements, I didn't enjoy it, I just kind of wanted it to be over with. But casuals can be used as an insult. It's kind of dismissive. What do you know? You don't play enough. So yeah, I do think it was rude because I didn't play it up to their standards. Like, who the fuck are they? I'm a rock. Why do people go to reviews to get their opinion validated? I'll never know. But that's not my main hiccup, is it? No. He said the O word. The O word that gamers love to throw around, and I really don't think they know what it means. Objectively. Now let's learn what this word means together, shall we? Objectively, an adverb. In a way that is not influenced by personal feelings or opinions. Now, in his big-ass response, he has some pretty subjective opinions. The Umbran climax is a joke, or no memorable areas at all, or enemy design is atrocious. Because I responded, I said objectively, here we go, I just didn't entertain it. But that's all fine, but it was his last comment that got me. Yes, objectively, here we go indeed. You gonna defend your precious game, or try to prove me wrong? Hello? No? Apparently saying a fact is an insult now? I'm sorry you can't take criticism on your mentality in your favorite game or handle the hard truth, I guess? LOL. I mean, you can wave the Bayonetta 2 flag all you want, no one's stopping you. It won't change, that will always be the worst game though. I'll be enjoying actually good, stylish action games. Why do YouTubers always bring out the thanks for my engagement card when they get a nerve touched by a response? People don't care about your engagement, people care about your argument, or in this case, lack of one. Thanks for the engagement, Happy New Year. Ah, you're mad. You're being petty now. Don't go to bed mad, dude. Don't go to bed mad. LMAO. Next thing you know, you're gonna make a Twitter post about how much I touched your nerve, LOL. He doubles down on objectively, and then wants me to prove him wrong. Like, how? It's what? Subjective? What's to prove? You don't like Bayonetta 2. Great. Saying a fact is an insult now? No, it's not, but saying Bayonetta 2 is better or worse than Bayonetta 3 isn't a fact, it's subjective. Which, in case if you don't know, got the definition for you, subjective. Based on or influenced by personal feelings, tastes, or opinions. As for thanks for my engagement, yeah, people don't care about the engagement. I do. They're my stats, so yeah, I care about it. I didn't ask for people to care. Also, I'm happy to have a little back and forth in the comments with my viewers, as long as they keep it respectful. But you insulted me, you called me, casual kissing Bayonetta 2's feet, ignorant. I don't want to engage with that. I don't engage with children. Once you start name calling and all that shit, you're a child. I don't argue with children. I'm just like, oh, okay, you're being wah-wah. I'm gonna walk away. Like, I'm an adult. I'm gonna not engage. My other question is, what's your bottom line here? You're trying to get me to believe that Bayonetta 3 is better than 2. Okay. But you think to do that, the best way is to insult me, call me ignorant? Like, I don't know who raised you, but that's not how you speak to people. That's not how you get people on your side. It's sure as hell not to insult them and disrespect them. The same way you don't understand why I end hostile conversations with, hey, have a good day, thanks for the engagement, is the same way I don't understand why you think I'm mad. I'm not mad. I disengaged before it got to that point. In fact, I engaged in something that was way more worth my time. I streamed, I got rated 3 times playing Vampire Survivor. I won my first round, my first time playing. It wasn't my first round that I played, but I beat Vampire Survivor. I survived all 30 minutes. I did great. Like, I had over like 500 people watching me at some point. It was fantastic. So I didn't go to bed mad, and I hope you didn't either. But I will give you this. You absolutely were the inspiration of this Twitter post. Rakatika. Dear Lady Pelvic, congrats on the gig. Congrats on keeping your opinions honest in this video. Great first impressions. And then the other one, I can barely read this name. I'll never like that game reviewers also do ads. It just feels sleazy and deceptive, even when you announce that it's an ad. People watch you because they trust your opinion, so these non-critical previews kind of betray that trust. I get the money's really nice though. Firstly, for those who do understand why YouTubers take sponsorships and they don't hate them for it, thank you. I appreciate you. And I also appreciate you if you notice my honesty in sponsored content. That said, trust me, I do get it. It does seem sketch. It does seem kind of a betrayal of trust, like, oh, she's just saying things to make us buy the game or make us aware of the game, whatever. Again, I'm biased, but I thought I did a pretty good job explaining what I like and dislike about the game. I said the cons of the game. I didn't sell it like it was this amazing, great, fantastic game. I even said it could use some more time in the oven. Of course, you don't want to shit all over a game that you're being paid to review. I, for one, believe in telling the truth, but telling it with tact. An example of this is the enemy design could use some diversity, opposed to my 8-year-old nephew could draw better monstrosities than this whole game's art team. You get the same point across without being brutally honest. Two things can be true at once. I could be paid to critique a game, and I could critique a game in earnest. And finally, the last comment. Koi Rion. Pelvic, I've been a fan of your channel for years, and I can't believe you still haven't reached 100K yet. Gonna be honest, it's a tad disheartening, and that kind of brings me to why 2023 might be my last year doing YouTube. It just is what it is. The fact is, this year, if you look at the videos I've put out, mostly barely break 10K, and they've been out for months, and that's sad. It sucks, and I'm not happy with my performance this year. I've been doing a lot of thinking and, you know, asking those questions of where do I want to be in a year, where do I want to be in 5 years, and I need to get those answers. There's just kind of a lot to unpack here. One, I've been getting in touch with my artistic roots as of late. I'm trying to draw more, do more art studies, and I've been thinking I want to do commissions. A dream job would be having an at-home art studio and being paid to take commissions. And YouTube is a beast and demands so much of my time that art studies have been falling to the wayside. The fact is, I've been doing YouTube for 8 years and I don't even have 100K. Even 50K I'd be happy with. I was young when I started YouTube and it was just a hobby, but you know, as you get older, having a hobby doesn't pay the bills. And YouTube just isn't lucrative. And while on Patreon, I do make roughly $500 a month, which isn't a lot in today's economy, let's be honest. Which isn't to say I'm not grateful. Plus, most of the games I cover now have been gifted to me from you guys, so that definitely helps with the expenses. And thank you, truly. Games being $60, now $70, you know, it adds up. This really does suck to say because I really do enjoy YouTube, but it's just not giving me the results I want, and it's not fulfilling in the same way it was, I guess, 8 years ago. YouTube is a hobby that takes up a massive amount of time and, frankly, with little payoff. Gosh, this feels like breaking up with someone that you've been dating for like 8 years. But I don't know, you can continue in a decent but kind of unfulfilling relationship, or, you know, you break up and you hopefully find something better. In worst case scenario, you can always return to it. Now, there is a possibility of change, though I'm not banking on it. I'm sure you've noticed some differences, but the thumbnails and titles being a little bit more clickbaity. It seemed to work well with Bayonetta that broke 10K in 5 days. Granted, it might be because it's a newer game, kind of relevant. Another thing, I'm trying to do a little bit more hooks. I used to be like, hey, it's your girl Lady Pelvic, a Pelvic game, da-da-da. I cut all of that out. Now I have like a lower thirds that says some shit. Trying to get into the meat and potatoes of a video way faster. Another idea I'm entertaining is getting an agent for more sponsorships, aka more money, so at least it's lucrative. I spoke with some full-time YouTubers and they were like, sponsorships are the way to go. They get agents, and agents normally negotiate upwards, so they get their cut. So if they ask for 5K, they get 2K, and the creator gets 3K. And let me say, 3K is still more than anything I've gotten on my own, so. But that comes with the cost of being more commercialized, meaning more ads in my videos, which, let's be honest, people skip anyways, but it doesn't make me particularly happy, but it will keep me on YouTube. Another question I'm asking myself is, how many views and how much money do I need to make in order for me to stay on YouTube? And I need to find that answer quickly. Because if I can hit those goals, then there's no reason for me to quit YouTube, right? Right. Hell, before even thinking about quitting YouTube, I even thought about changing my name from Pelvic Gaming to, I don't know. If I knew, it would be changed by now, to be honest. I'm not ashamed of pelvic gaming, but I do think it steers away sponsors because pelvic, it could be sexual, who the fuck knows what it means. People ask me all the time, what the fuck, pelvic gaming, why? But in any case, don't be surprised if next year my name suddenly changes if I think of one that I like. Or I might stay pelvic gaming till I die, who knows. The good news is you have me for another year, and if I'm being honest, probably longer than that. I don't see myself quitting YouTube cold turkey. I don't have it in me. I really do love YouTube as much as I can bitch about it sometimes. At worst, it might trickle down to a video a month and then a video every 3 months before I can finally back off. I say all this with leaving room for me not to quit YouTube. I am really giving myself a fighting chance, and I don't want to leave YouTube. I love my audience that I've cultivated. I love talking about games. I love playing games. I do like YouTube, I do. That said, there's a lot of wishy-washiness in my heart, so don't, like, take it seriously, but don't take it too seriously. I do feel it in my soul that I could just backpedal, you know, come next year, just be like, okay, never mind, I'm just not quitting YouTube. I love it too much. I love you guys too much. I can 100% see myself doing that. So it's one of those, like, I know I should quit. I think it's the right thing to do, but can I do it kind of thing. Another option I've been entertaining to still get my YouTube fix is starting an art channel. I don't know what it would be yet. I don't know if it's just gonna be speed drawings or tutorials. I don't fucking know. Just drawing. So that way I am practicing my art while also doing YouTube. So we'll see. And if you want to actually follow me in my art journey and all that stuff, I actually already created a YouTube channel. It's called Ambrosia Makes Art, AMA. I have a Twitter and an Etsy, so if you want to check those out, there's nothing really going on any of those. They're just out there when I do decide to really go in on them. I'm sure I'll be drawing mainly video game characters anyways. I guess I'm still trying to figure out my place in this thing called life, you know? I'm not getting any younger. There are things I still want to do, how to make an impact on the world, just shit like that. There's just so many things I feel undecided on, and I'm trying to, you know, take the reins on my life. Now this is gonna sound like I'm quitting today. I'm not. But I do appreciate those who have been with me from the beginning, who have supported me, shared my videos, you know, donated, spend money, Patreon, subscribe on my Twitch, watch me play games, any kind of interaction, comments, thank you. I don't think I would have made it this far without you. That said, you have me for well over a year, as I will be taking January and honestly a good chunk of February off. I need this break. I think for too long I've been powering through YouTube and it's catching up to me. I need to recharge. I need to do this for me. 2023 is going to be about being respectful to me, myself, and I, my time. When I'm tired, we respect that tiredness, we recharge, and then we come back stronger than before. And if that means fucking up my YouTube algorithm, so be it. Ending on a positive note, still gonna give it my all, gonna get those sponsorships, gonna get that viewership up, some way, somehow, clickbait thumbnails, let's go. Thank you again, guys, for watching. I love you so much, and I will see you next year. Happy New Year. Bye.